Well, hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Michael,
Hi, and I'm Mark.
and this luxurious lounge. I mean, you thought we had some money the way it's looking right now. I mean,
I
to glow up.
love this. Look, do you like a new place, Mike? It's amazing here.
I mean, fruit. I grab the fruit off the tree. How you doing, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, bro?
I'm so good. And the name of the this stream is called April Fresh. So starting April Fresh, new start. It's finally spring in Edmonton. I'm not sure how it is in California. How's it there?
For sure. It is so sunny outside. My allergies are kind of currently bothering me, so
Me
that's
too.
always a great thing because it means it's springtime.
And we're live at Luxurious Studios and in California, like we always are. And we have
Yeah,
our special guest, our editor, and our editor, our manager, Lee. Lee's here. Can you hear me, Lee? You won't see him, but you'll hear him.
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah, yeah, Lee.
he's in
Anyway,
the background there.
he's back. Yeah. Bro, should we get to the stories, or what do you want to do?
Yeah. Now, before we begin, guys, don't forget to always like, comment, subscribe, and also we'd love to hear from you. Definitely message us. We do read your messages live, so if you do post it, we will respond back to you for sure.
Yeah,
So
it's very true. So make sure, like, and you just do DMs, messaging, cans on the string, for I don't know, mail, snail
Messenger
mail.
pigeon.
What's the old back in the day
more
one?
photos,
AOL
YouTube.
Messenger. D-Rod, or
You can do Facebook. You can do Instagram. You can do MySpace. You can do
it hits
anything.
up on PayPal,
Exactly. Oh, PayPal for sure. We would love that.
MoneyGram, whatever. Get it. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. So let's get the story, shall we?
Let's do it.
You want to start first, bro?
Sure. And before we begin, I want to say thank you guys for the last video. You've showed so much support and love. We had over 400 views. Thank you so much for that. We
Almost
love
700 views, bro.
almost 700. Excuse me. Well,
It's amazing, right?
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
We want to thank you guys for listening to us. I know, we do our best to provide really great and amazing content. So support brothers.
Yeah, we love it. We'll keep going. You tell us we're good, we'll keep going. We promise.
Yes. So I'm gonna go with the first story.
Mhm.
Scientists say that scientists say they've actually resurrected the dire wolf. Have you heard this, Michael?
Oh, I've heard about this. Yeah, I've heard about this.
Yeah. So scientists actually claimed for Colossal Biosciences that's the company that's actually created genes. They took genes from a gray wolf from another species and actually spliced it with an old prehistoric dire wolf, and it created 3 pups out of that the gene splicing. So they brought them back from historic times. What do you think about that, bro?
I think it's absolutely amazing. I think it's a danger, though. I'm afraid they'll do dinosaurs next and we'll have Jurassic World. Y'all saw how well that turned out. Right, Lee?
Oh yeah.
You guys ever watch Game of Thrones?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
The wolves on Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they're
dire wolves.
They're cute. They're so cute. I like them. And cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're big fans of dire wolves, so I love wolves, and so I think to me, like, it's pretty cool. I do agree with you though, Mike. I think we should be very cautious though, because a lot of the prehistoric animals, there's a reason why some of them were extinct. It's because things evolve.
They'll F you up. They'll F you up.
And they will jack you up for sure if you're somewhere. So we don't want any of those. I mean, who wants to go to a grocery store and see a dire wolf walking across the street?
I guess. I'm also leech. I guess. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
I can make your
my go?
yeah.
Okay. So U.S. top court allows Trump to use wartime laws for deportation. So basically, with this story, the U.S. Supreme Court has cleared the way so President Donald Trump can continue to use a rarely invoked wartime power law to rapidly deport illegal gang members for now. So a lower court had temporarily blocked the deportation of illegal Venezuelan gang members to El Salvador 15th March, ruling that the actions under 1798 Alien Enemies Act needed further scrutiny. Trump alleged that the migrations were members of the Tren de Aragua gang conducting irregular warfare against the U.S. and could therefore be removed under the act. So what do you think about that, bro?
I think it's coming back to old brass tactics, to the old days where I think it's going to be the Wild West a bit in the U.S. I think we need to strap in because I think anything could happen. I think whatever we do now, it's very important that we keep our safety as the most important thing, as the pinnacle of what we're in our thoughts when we do anything going out. I know the U.S. we're so used to things being very peaceful and things being very calm, but I think it's going to be kind of chaotic. So now we need to really be focused on ourselves and protecting our families at the moment. What do you think?
I'm going to say I think that it's a tactic where they can use like old laws to in their favor in terms of like of getting people removed from the U.S. Because like, how do you prove someone's game or not, right? How do you prove like how do you know like there's no real proof of you knowing someone's game member unless they're arrested before. I mean, but
Sure.
they say you're allegedly a part of a household gang members, whatever they can deport you. So I think it's another way of scrutinizing the law so you can use it to ability. So I mean, I get there. People worry about illegal aliens, worry about people not rightfully being in certain countries, but I also feel like, but when you come to like the agricultural again, it comes to like the lower paying end of people making money in terms of like crops and farming and stuff. You need those people to do that because how you think like, real Americans are going to do a $2.50 job to pick apples or oranges or to like remove strawberries? They're not going to do that. So it's tougher. That's my opinion. Though. What do you think? What do you think? No. He's out. Why? Say it, Lee. Say it. Say your view. Say your. He's right. He's scary.
So I have a friend who is in military intelligence in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
His literal job description says just military intelligence. And I ask him about it all the time. I'm like, so like, what does that mean to you? He'll never tell me. And I don't know whether he's just being like facetious or he actually just cannot tell me.
Mm-hmm.
But he did tell me through all of this was the plan for if Canada were to ever be, let's call it invaded, is just to send everybody home with guns.
Wow.
Well,
Wow. Allegedly, because we don't know the fact or not.
so from maple syrups to machetes, I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, from pancakes to
To bullets.
POWs.
Well,
POWs. I don't know.
think about the amount of space that we have.
Yeah, switch space.
True.
Space and opportunity. Space and opportunity.
The whole armory there. Be interesting.
That's true. Hey, bro, return.
Okay, so I think we touched on this story last time about how Tesla trucks were being vandalized and attacked, and I think we talked about it a little bit.
You did Tesla, right? Tesla. Right?
That's correct, Tesla. Yes.
Okay.
So
Oh, shut up.
anyway, so I don't know if you heard this though. The stockholders or the stakeholders are actually asking Elon Musk to actually step down from his position. So he can actually keep the productivity of the company flowing and keep the profit margins going up. Mike, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I kind of feel like when it comes to Elon Musk, I feel like he definitely has too much dip on his chip. I feel like he should have been involved in the first place with government at all. That's a big mistake. And I feel automatically, the Republicans have lost a lot of credibility. And I say that I'm a Republican or Democrat. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't subscribe to either. But I feel like when you do something like that, it just looks fraudulent because you give a company worth millions and you're heading it, and you're also putting laws in place for you to get benefits off your own company. So therefore, you've completely screwed yourself, and you have to deal with consequences. I said deal with consequences. Yeah, that note.
No, it's very, very true. No, it's funny because in the city, I'll drive by and you'll see all the Teslas driving, and you'll see they'll all have bumper stickers that say like, "I bought this before Elon Musk was crazy."
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's important to, like we talked about earlier last stream, don't attack people who actually have the cars. You don't know their political stand. You don't know what they dealt with. It's just if you want to do something political, do protests, things like that. Don't attack the people.
Yeah, I might say the company, but not people. Because people will spend their money on those cars, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite joke is?
What's that?
When it's somebody saying that I saw a bunch of electric vehicles parked in the lot or whatever.
Mhm.
So I went and I unplugged them all just so we can save on power and keep that environment going. Or you get the people, this is my favorite one, where they change up the Tesla logo to like a Toyota.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. But Audi,
don't get vandalized. They changed the logo to a different model car. Mm-hmm.
That's smart. That's very smart. I mean, ingenuity. You have ingenuity. So I think I'm next. So Pope Francis waves to crowds in first public appearance since leaving the hospital. So Pope Francis waved to the crowd in the Vatican as he made his first public appearance since leaving the hospital. The Pope, in a wheelchair with a breathing tube in his nose, briefly appeared on stage in St. Peter's Square on Sunday. The 88-year-old pontiff had not been seen in public since being discharged from Rome's Gemelli Hospital on 23rd March after receiving treatment for pneumonia.
Oh,
What do you,
wow.
what do you think of that?
I think I definitely understand. He's a symbol of hope to most people and religion, so they want to have him out there. But I don't think he should have been out there. I think honestly, like if he's physically ill, I think they need to have him rest. We are now in the modern age. We have video, we have things like that. We can do like what we're doing now. Stream him talking, or
Yeah.
stream him instead of having him out and actually being susceptible to whatever germs that are out there.
Yeah, because pneumonia is serious. I don't think people understand. I don't people understand how serious pneumonia is. You can you can die from pneumonia really easily.
Right.
So what do you think about that? Are you Catholic?
Somebody just recently passed away from pneumonia.
You're a Catholic. Are you Catholic?
Yeah.
Oh, are you? Do you think? Do you know you think?
No, I was.
Oh wait, are you saying
Roman
Unitarian?
Catholic.
Okay.
But I don't think I fall under
Umbrella.
denomination.
Okay, sweet.
So I believe in God.
Pure Satanist. I'm joking. I'm kidding. He's not.
Handle.
Just kidding. And that's wrong if you are that, but just not. I'm just Josh. I'm just playing.
I gotta tell you guys this. So March 31st, 2025, some kid on TikTok decided to meme Tesla.
Okay.
He flipped the logo around, put 2 dots on it.
Oh my gosh. What does it look like?
KKK.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Oh my god. That's really bad. Really bad. Wow.
That's not good.
Not good.
And that's all we're gonna say about that.
Apparently, it's not subtraction.
I bet it has.
We're happy with Teslas right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Okay, well, I'll go next. My story is about Harriet Tubman. I don't know if you knew this. This is around Black History Month. We didn't get a chance to really touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Harriet Tubman was on National Parks. It was one of the National Parks websites. She's one of the prominent features on this site. Well, because of the change in administration, they decided to take and change a lot of the wording and change the graphics of the site and took half of her stuff down. What happened was the Washington Post did a article in their newspaper about it, and because of their article, people had backlash, and they ended up actually putting her back onto the page. So,
Yeah.
Mike, what do you think about this and about because actually on the National Parks website, it actually highlighted the Underground Railroad. So everyone knows she's the highly coveted, the leader of one of the leaders of the Underground Railroad. So, Mike, what do you think about this situation and what happened?
I mean, I think it's ridiculous. I feel like it's a way of like trying to erase history. I think for some reason there's this big need in the U.S. especially to erase history so that certain races or certain people look better than others, or to I guess ignore the plight of other races and things. So I think that, I mean, you take the good or the bad. I mean, if it happened, it happened. You can't change that it happened. You can go back in time and change it unless you got a time machine or something. But I don't think you do. But you can't change anything. So to me, it's like you need to like own it. Like whatever it is, what it is. Move forward. I think healing comes through accepting what happened and moving through things instead of ignoring it and then and gaslighting that it didn't happen.
Right.
That's my opinion.
No, I totally agree with you. I think you're right. Unless, like you said, you have a time machine. If you do, hit us up so we can,
I know I have a lot of numbers that you get.
Lottery numbers we want. Yeah,
that's all you want. That's it. What do you think?
For sure.
I go back farther for the lottery numbers.
Yeah, I look further
That's
than
what I think.
Would you date your own mom?
No.
Oh, here's the plot of Back to
the Future. Back to the Future. That's probably
Marty.
And Rick and Morty, pretty much same thing. All right, okay, sweet. So natural disaster. Torrential rains and floods have killed at least 33 people in Kinshasa, the capital of Democratic Republic of Congo. That's in Africa, according to officials. The republic will not abandon you. President Felix Tshisekedi promised victims on Monday, saying he had called a government crisis meeting. Despite residents are trying to flee the floodwaters by wading, swimming, and paddling to safety in homemade canoes. Think of that.
So wait, so you're saying that? I'm sorry, you're saying that they're escaping through the.
They're trying to escape. I'm assuming they're trying to keep people to stay where they're at, but people are trying to survive, they're trying to live, so they're trying to get out of there so they don't drown.
And where was this again?
It's in Kinshasa. In Congo, the Congo.
Congo, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think if my understanding, isn't there a lot of corrupt government there anyway in general? My
Yeah,
understanding.
but I guess they're trying to do their best. I mean, what else do you do? Like,
Oh, you're saying that there is a weather, inclement weather, right? Situation, right?
yeah, there's a flood. A flood happened, right?
So yeah, so I'd say like, yeah, I guess they're doing what they can to survive. I think it's tells all the time. Things happen. There's natural disasters. They're trying. I don't know. What more would you say, bro, about the situation?
I mean, I kind of feel like you gotta have people for government to work, so you gotta keep people alive. So I think that's the most important thing. Keep everyone alive. Yeah, I think you're hearing a lot more about disasters. This is just because of the times we're living in now. There's a lot of things that are happening all the time: earthquakes, floods, and storms, and crazy things are happening. So just don't be too shocked because it's going to happen again. That's what I think.
I agree.
Politically.
Do you ever hear what is it? It's a redneck comedian, and he's like, "There's people who live in this places like this where inclement weather happens."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like the news media, they always come in and they interview the dumbest guy.
Yeah. Always.
You know, you live in Tornado Alley, sir.
Yeah.
You just got hit by a tornado. What are you gonna do? The guy's picking his nose.
Pretty much.
Just like, we're gonna stay and rebuild.
He probably came and string 2 cents together. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask some questions.
Well, and he smacks his head with the mic, gives the knock, and he's like, "What do you mean stay and rebuild? Your house has wheels. Just roll on down."
Just push it. Just push.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I mean, okay. But people, what I think about that is people are never expecting to be hit with inclement weather.
That's true. That's very true.
Right, Mark? You live where literal earthquakes.
Earthquakes. Yeah.
I can tell you about earthquakes, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I like that. Literal earthquakes will just, not in your area, right? But like, it's known to happen, right?
We should rename this the Earthcakes stream. Earthcakes stream. How many y'all love Earthcakes?
I just think that
like flat Earthcakes or round
Earthcakes. I don't think these people are gonna change what they do for a living even after something.
No, like, they won't. But I think also, like you're saying, it's their economic standing. Like,
yeah, that they're broke. What are they gonna do?
Like you can actually go somewhere else. Like that's where you're from, as you live. So
yeah. It's a traditional thing too. Like, humans are.
Yeah.
We sit there and we just like, you know what? All this bad shit happens in this area, but you know, my dad went through it. His dad and mom.
Yeah, so I should just deal with it because that's what happens in life. Like, you have to take on your family's burdens. Like, move on. You just move somewhere safe, move somewhere safer.
And not just that. I think people are too beholden to a location of where they live instead of saying, you know what, my life wherever I go is where I live. So I think they need to realize that portion of it, where no matter where you are, that you can create home where you're at, but you need to be a part of that process. So protect yourself.
Yeah. All right, bro. You got another one? You got another one?
You have another one. So on the lines of a political corner, we have USA moves to tariff to 54% for China. So that would mean that China basically we actually raise China's from the current level to 54% of tax and tariffs. China is threatening to retaliate to U.S. of 34% for any other imports from them or exports from them to import to us. Mike, what do you think about this situation?
I mean, China's gonna own us. I'm just might as well just. I'm ready to bow down to the red flag. I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm just joking. All I'm saying is, I think that you're gonna see a lot of retaliation in general because of what's happening. I don't think it's very wise or smart to raise things, because of your political standing with other countries. You'll make sure that they stay tight. But then again, I don't think this administration cares that much about that. So it doesn't matter what we think. They're gonna do what they want to do anyway. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my orange juice and not stress and sit my black down.
No, because I guess what I think about it is I think that I understand they're trying to say that. I know from the right side they're trying to say that we have actually been really lenient on taxing people and bringing things into the country. However, I think what we don't realize is how many things that we actually to actually get in to
Yeah.
our country from
Other
our
countries.
country to from other countries. And we want to understand is that when we tax these companies, if their prices, if those go up, then of course our prices will go up, and that means that basically we'll all be struggling to buy certain products and things. That's why I think people don't realize. So there's so many things now that are going to be kind of off the shelves or out of
Yeah.
stock because
Yeah.
because people aren't going to. There's no high demand for them because of the taxes. So and tariffs. So I believe that we should really be cognizant of other countries and also understand that, we all work in a world where we basically one hand washes the other. So we have to help each other.
So pretty much what you're saying is get your team and your Shein where you can.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Absolutely. Yeah. Get your fashion over, your Shein and all that stuff now, because once it's over, you'll be paying almost double the price.
3 times that cheap fabric, that polyester pants.
Exactly.
And plaid. What do you think, Lee?
What do you think? No thoughts on this?
No thoughts?
No thoughts.
No thoughts. Okay. All right. Here we go. So this is a funny one. This is about a beauty competition and hair.
Okay.
Really long flowing wigs and weaves to just have dominated the catwalks of the Ivory Coast, massive proper beauty pageants for years. He does this in the West African nation, often spend a huge amount of money on their appearance, from outfits to hairdos, and with very few choosing the natural look. It's more than 6 decades. There have only been 2 notable exceptions. The most recent was Marlene Kani-Kunus, who took the Miss Ivory Coast title in 2022, looking resplendent with her short, natural hair. The crown becoming her only adornment.
Okay.
The Ivory Coast, they're getting rid of wigs. You wear natural hair.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I get the importance of it. I think they want to kind of show a realistic view of what standards of beauty are. And I like that. I like that part of it. However, I think there is a part of artistic beauty and fashion, I think, that we have to kind of also note. So I'm not just saying that. I think it's okay to have other styles of things, but when you only showcase one particular style of something, that's not good, I think.
Yeah, I feel like, wearing a bust down, it's fine. But I kind of feel like, what if your head is shaped funny and you wear wigs to cover up the shape of your head? I mean, I feel like that. I mean, yeah, that's a real thing, right? So, like, someone's natural hair, it doesn't look. I kind of think it should be whatever. If you want to judge more for natural hair, that's one thing. But to get rid of it completely, I think that's I think it's a little bit unfair. What do you think?
Yeah, if anything, maybe you should get an extra point or something.
Yeah, something like that.
for having natural.
What do you think, Lee?
I can discount for other body parts too.
Yeah, so Lee's a white man. He's actually talking about black women's hair. Go for it. Go for it. We can't. We'll get canceled. Go for it.
And black butts. Go.
Back to you.
I could totally talk about it. Now have you ever come across a
black woman
with maybe a problem where her hair starts to fall out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alopecia. Yeah, it's true.
This happens a lot more than most people even know.
It's true.
For sure.
Right? There's techniques that are to use these kind of hair to help that regrowth.
Yeah.
Right? So
that's true.
I mean, we don't judge here.
No, we judge.
So yeah, we don't listen. Remember our last podcast? We don't
listen. We judge,
and we do judge.
Okay, we don't. So that's all I had. Mark, do you have anything else?
No, I have a question for you, Lee. So Lee, so on the same topic, so if you met a woman and you really liked her a lot, and you discovered that her hair wasn't her own hair, let's say like a good 50% of her hair is not her hair.
Let's say you're dating her, and let's say you go over to give her a hug, and her wig falls off. What do you do?
What would you think about that?
Okay, well, that's 2 different questions. Now, what do I think about that? Did I know ahead of time, or did I just find out by
No, you didn't know.
Let's say you didn't know, and like you're in a setting where you guys are at her house, and she's talking, and she's giving you a big hug, and you're about to kiss her, and all of a sudden, as soon as you kiss her, strands of hair start to kind of come out.
I got you. So in that situation, because I have this thing called emotional maturity, I would pause and see her reaction, because she's probably about to freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
So my reaction does not matter. My hair's not falling out. It doesn't change who she is. That night that I had with her all the way up to it doesn't get erased because her hair falls out.
Oh, that's great.
At that point,
and then all of a sudden her choker falls off, and you find out she's an adult apple. She's a man.
Oh, then I run.
You're right. Okay.
I'm fast too. Like my shoes would be on. I feel like giving a note backwards to take care of the hair somewhere.
That is hilarious. Yeah, so
that's a great day.
that's all I have on my side. Do you have any more on yours?
I have the last one. So during the weekend, I don't know if you guys knew about there's a march that happened Saturday. The hands.
Oh, we'll talk about this one. It's our main one for us, right?
Yeah, this is our main one. So we'll talk about that. So the main one, pretty much, hands off march had 6 million people protest all over the nation, where people are protesting Elon Musk and Trump's directed government. The topics include abortion, DEI, Board of Education budget cuts, and tariffs. Mike, what do you think about this particular march?
I mean, I know one thing. Black people were not there because honestly, we were resting. We were resting. I feel like it's really powerful to know we can take a different approach on a protest and actually like sit down and let other groups stand in front. Because a lot of times, people are in the front lines and they are the shields. They are the people who get hurt and injured and unalived and all this crazy stuff. So it's good that other groups actually went out there and did themselves. It's like, you know what? You guys are not babies anymore. You guys can you can show your disdain your own way instead of looking away for us to just stand in the way. What do you think about that, Lee? Again, I may talk black topics. Here we go.
Lee, before you go, I just want to say a quick thing. With me, I think that I actually was in the city where I'm at here, and I went to the downtown. I saw people actually marching. It was great to see so many Caucasian white people just out there protesting, showing their disdain. It was I was like applauding them in the car, like clapping as I drove home. Like I think I've been at I've been about 3 protests here in SF myself, beyond this one.
I've been
I like, to me, it's important to note that I think I think we do need to stand up for things when they're not right, and we need to make our voice heard. However, I think it's important that other groups do it first sometimes. It can't always be us all the time. I think also it's important that if you look at the news now, you saw recently they go back. No bullets were shot. No craziness happened during these fights. It's because their own and people were there out fighting. So I think it's important that we have that sometimes the face of protests don't have to be one race.
Very true. Very true. Well, before we end the show, I want to do a Michael's Corner. Can I do Michael's Corner?
Yeah, it's Michael's Corner.
It's when I read about some shit stuff that happened that made me upset. So I went to a new grocery store. It's on the west side of Edmonton. I'm gonna say where it is. Because like I ain't gonna say no names, but it's in a very affluent area. And me and Brett went. And Brett, so it's a brand new place. We go in. It's African food, so we're going into this place. And I'm say it's near where the hockey players live. I won't say what it is. Where hockey players live. I'll say that much.
Hockey.
Hockey. Anyway, so go over there, and then so Brett's like, "Oh yeah, you know what? I'm hungry. I should go get a sandwich made." So okay, go get your sandwich made. So gets there. There's this Russian kid who helps him, and he's really rude. He's like, "Well, there's like one mine. You have to wait a long time. Blah blah." So, okay, well, like, first of all, hello, hi, like how like customer service. What happened to that, right? And second of all, it's like. Four people back there. 4 people are back there, right? With managers on the phone, someone's making a sandwich, and other people were sitting there around just watching everything, right? Literally, we walked around the store like 3 or 4 times, came back, sandwich still not made. Came back again, sandwich still not made. I'm like, okay, it's 4 of y'all, 2 of y'all ain't doing anything. One person's sitting there looking with an attitude, like what does it take to make a sandwich? Like, what is it like? Why is it taking so long, right? So just out of spirit of it's a new place, and I kind of don't want them to like because they have really good quality. Their food's really good there, right? Yeah. A certain type of food, style of food there is good, but I feel like they didn't want to customer service. That was horrible. Like, honestly, like I've seen better customer service at a Wendy's drive-through at 4 a.m. when they're closing. Like it was that bad. It was that bad. So what do you think about that, Mark?
I think definitely customer service has gone to a new standard of low. I feel like, and I get it. I think most of the times people. At this particular place, I don't maybe understand it quite as much because a lot of times it comes to artisanal places where people actually have upscale like quality foods. Typically, they get paid better. So they get
Yeah.
paid better. You think the service would be actually way better.
No, but it's like they're snobbier and worse. It's just like I've noticed the place that have higher end. It's like the culture is way worse. It's like they feel like because they feel like you're paying so much money that they can treat you any type of way you want to be treated. So no, you need to be like I miss the South. Like Canada, they don't know customer service. They say take your order instead of hello, how are you doing? My name is so and so. May I take your order? It's like take your order or yeah, what do you want? That's pretty much how they are all across the board in Canada with any type of restaurant. It's like that has to end. You need to be polite. Like I give you my money, which off rip, the economy is horrible. At least you can do
Yeah.
is give me is fake it and be an actress or actor and fake it. Maybe think I'm gonna have the best experience of my life. That's all I want.
Yeah, we said this many times on our cast here is that in general, when you're a server or if you're like a in the service industry, you're also a paid actor. It's the most part. So like you want to make sure you present yourself in a way that's welcoming and inviting to the customer. You never want to make the customer feel like they're being rushed or they're being an annoyance. You always want to be something where they'll want to come back to your store. So yeah, I agree. I definitely do not like restaurants that people are rude. I mean, my brother can tell you when me and my brother sister back in the day would go to restaurants. If waitress or waiter would be rude, we pull Karen and talk to your manager, or we'd walk up and leave. Like we weren't going to sit here and then tolerate disrespect in any kind of way.
Absolutely not. So, anything else trendy you want to talk about? Are you watching?
Yeah, I do actually. It's a couple things. So let's. Mike, can we go to the gaming corner?
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh yes, yeah, absolutely.
So one of the best things happens, which is my character is back in Tekken 8.
Yes.
Anna has returned and has saved the franchise. Like she's come back.
Mhm.
She come back and rose,
I mean,
resurrected, and saved, and all the girls.
you can't vouch for Queen
The
Nina.
girls are hating. They're
Nina's my
hating.
character, so she bows to the character Nina, and then they have
You know, never that. And Nina's the inferior half of Anna, like she
Yeah,
said.
actually, you guys know Nina and Anna are actually sisters that play in the game. So we actually played the sisters, and Anna's the younger sister, Nina's the older sister. So we have those guys, and then they're really good fighters, amazing fighters.
No, but this actually has brought a resurgence back to Tekken. Definitely people have gotten more into it, and it's really cool to see. If you see the graphic design when it first opens up, you see Anna as the forefront of the whole entire franchise.
Cool.
It's pretty
Nice.
dope.
Amazing.
Well, Mike, what do you think about this?
Man, I think it's absolutely amazing. I want to talk about another game though that we're both playing, which is really fun too. It's a game called Dark and Darker. It's on
Yes.
Steam. So this game's a lot of fun. So pretty much you go in, it's a dungeon crawler. So think about like Gauntlet Legends, but instead of being like kind of small, it's like first person. So it's really really cool. And what happens is you have merchants who actually give you quests, and you go in a dungeon, and you complete the quest, like get a bone or get like eyeballs or get whatever, fight the monster or fight this monster or go explore this area, and you move up and you basically get experience from doing all those things. So it's a lot of fun. We've been playing for the last almost 3 weeks, a month now.
For sure. Yep.
And it's a good experience. I play with Mark and my other friend Mark, which is fun online. And hopefully we'll get Lee on there. I'll get Lee to play. I think he like it a lot too.
Yeah, it's fun because we also the cool thing is because we like it so much, we bought the extension to that. So it's the
Hiring
the pack, and it's pretty cool because you get a chance to kind of when you play the game, you get to armor sets and more jewels and stuff. And the cool thing is you can actually upgrade your armor by using the jewels you have. So we're able to actually in the non purchasable game, you basically can actually only go up to a certain gear level, whereas we bought it, you can actually go higher. It's more higher level. So we're definitely enjoying it. We're getting a chance to kind of run through the dungeons together and kind of our teamwork.
Yeah.
We're getting through those dungeons, so we're having a great time with it.
So also I'm playing a game called Once Human. I just started playing it a couple days ago, so it's really cool too. It's kind of like if I describe it, it's kind of like PUBG or like what's the other one? Fortnite mixed with 7 days and all these things. It's really cool. So I'm testing it out so I can pitch it to you brother next, so we can play together. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. So yeah, what do you think?
I think I would love to play it. I'd love to hear more about this game. I haven't heard of it, so I think that'd be cool to see.
Yeah.
I have one more thing too. So Mike, we won't give too many spoilers away, but we actually we've watched all the White Lotus. So so Mike, I want to ask you, with the finale, were you surprised by the outcome, or what did you think about the whole the show? What do you think?
No, I kind of felt like it was a typical White Lotus ending. I feel like it had some things were undone, things were left unsaid. There were things like there were loose ends for sure, but I think some of the major arc lines got settled, which is really cool. And I kind of feel like, yeah, you could see it kind of going that way. it's always very shocking. So it didn't add or subtract from my experience from the beginning to end. I kind of feel like sometimes you watch a show and in the end, it's like, is it what really like get you like? I kind of felt like I felt the same way through the whole entire show. How about you? What do you think?
I think that the some of the plot lines were a little predictable. However, I think they did try to change up a little bit at the end. They kind of switched a little bit, which is good. I think that Parker Posey deserves an award for her country accent. She did an amazing job. Like
she's amazing.
Lorazepam. No, she ate down her she ate down.
And who didn't? Lisa sucked.
Yeah, honestly, let me tell you something. Big Blackpink fan. We stand Blackpink. We love K-pop. Lisa.
That was not it.
I wanted more. I wanted more from Lisa. Honestly, I feel like to me, like I want her to have a villainous kind of twist on her character. I feel like she could be more manipulative in her character. Yeah. I don't know if that's how it was written, but I feel like they could have did a lot better more from her.
You know what I heard, Mark? I heard that the actors did like multiple endings, so they didn't know which ending was going to be the ending.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, really cool. So they don't know who the ending was. Pretty cool.
100%. Yeah. That's cool.
So I think that's it for our show tonight.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add before you end the show, bro?
No, that's it. I just want to say thanks to Lee, our
manager. He's our manager. Editor in chief.
Editor in chief.
Did you just say queef?
Yeah, editor in chief.
I say that. That's why. I'll wait for him to pick it up. But anyway, we love you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share the content.
Send stars, say hey to us, message us. And remember, anytime we get your messages, we will still respond to you. So even after the live.
We will. So I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us on the Joyce channel. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.